Hey up, how you doing? You alright? Welcome or welcome back. Excuse me if I sound a bit bunged up, I'm all a bit snotty. I am at the end of a brew day. We'll have a look at what I brewed. I haven't got any footage, and I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll just have a look. I'm gagging. It's Friday, ready for a drink. Oh, USC Opt IPA, still going strong, absolutely lovely. Although it won't be by the time this video goes out. So you're not going to see this video, so this till after Christmas, so it's probably ain't going to make much note. Trouble is when you do a grain to glass, obviously you do the brew day, don't you? And talk about it. Then I sometimes do a bit of keggy and chatty, ABV when I've kegged it. And then I do a tasting video, and obviously that takes time, doesn't it? This one's getting dry up, so you know, week and a bit to 2 weeks maybe to ferment it. I'm doing it under pressure, so it'll be a bit shorter than 2 weeks, I guess. Then a cool down, and then a dry hop for 4 days at 12 degrees or 13 degrees C. And then a cold crash, and then you've got to keg it, and then it's got to wait for a tap. So this is going to be the new year. Happy New Year. I've probably done a Happy New Year. Oh, it's going to be, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm covering all bases. So let's just have a quick look at what we brewed, and then I'll tell you why I haven't done any brew footage. Glasses. Book. Right. We're not complicated here, but it's somebody commented on a video at some point. I'm sorry I can't remember who it is. I haven't had time to go back and have a look. But they said, have you ever used Sabro hops? I don't know whether they was going to use some Sabro. They wanted me to give an opinion on it. I don't know. But and I was like, do you know what? I haven't. So I bought some at the time. Now I bought a load of hops. After hearing that Cross Maloof was packing up, I bought a load of hops and yeast in. Not as much as Mr. Biggie B, Big Banana Brewing yeast, but just because I wanted to get some of them, especially the mixed ones I've been doing. And then obviously, luckily, fantastic news, we've talked about this, they're getting taken over. So I'm still going to be able to get hold of them. But I stocked up a bit with 225 gram packs of different ones, and one of them was Sabro. I was going to do a bitter this morning, and then I changed my mind. I decided that I wanted to see what the Sabro was like, and the way I'm going to do that obviously is in a smash. I mean, I was going to do a Sabro and Eldorado Pale, or a Sabro and Eldorado IPA, but I decided to go with a smash. So it's just a Sabro smash. So it's got 5 kgs of Maris Otter. At the minute, I might change the dry up, I'm not sure about this. So at the end of a 40-minute boil, no bittering hops, I let it cool down to 80 degrees C, and I put 50 grams of Sabro in. I left it for half an hour, chilled her down, put her in the fridge. I used Cross Maloof PIA Kiwi Ale yeast, and I'm going to ferment at 19 degrees C, under pressure, under 15 psi or about. My plan is I'm going to use 100 grams of Sabro. I've been using 225 gram packs because I've been using them mixed ones a bit. And I thought I'd just back it off just a little bit. For this one. So I'm planning on dry hopping with 100 grams. I might amend that. I might pop a little bit more in, but I'll tell you on the tasting. Let me have a slurp, and I'll tell you what I was doing today. Beer. Lovely. So like I said, Christmas, it's before Christmas, so I was putting Christmas lights up. And you know what happens when I end up doing too many things at once. We've seen this, haven't we? If you've watched my videos for a while, a couple of times I've overstretched myself and things have gone very, very, very wrong. So I thought to myself, I'm not going to concentrate on the footage on this. I'm just going to... it was a lovely day outside, so I brewed outside in the front garden. I put my Christmas lights up. They go up the flagpole. There's a lot of lights there, but And last year I was really careful. I wound them round a nice cheeky little bit of wood so I could just wind them off up and down the driveway and then put them up the pole. Easy peasy. As I picked them up, walked down the driveway, they slipped off and dropped in the floor. Now you'd think that's all right because you can work from there, put your hand... No. 1 hour. 1 hour. I was an hour untangling them. The whole of the mash... In fact, I was the mash in a bit. I was over an hour untangling them. I was pulling them. I just took and I did think to myself, the amount of pulling and untangling, and if these lights work when I've got these untangled, I'll be surprised. But they do, and they're up, and we're all good. So that was today's job, brewing and putting the lights up. That's enough without any video, and I'm sorry, but there's plenty going on, isn't there? So there we are. It was my first brew day with the Clarkstein after the plug problem. Now, I don't know if you've been following this on my socials from last year, the end of last year. I melted the plug. It got one of them adapters. Now, I've had it. We'll recap, shall we, just in case you haven't seen it. I've had the system, and I know it's an EU plug that goes into an adapter. I know, 2-pin into a 3-pin. And they say you shouldn't use it. And I've always used it with an extension cable. I melted the extension cable melted the plug into the extension cable and ruined both of them. I thought, okay, something's gone wrong there. So I ordered another EU plug, came the next day, plugged it in. It tripped and melted the plug within 10-15 minutes of warming up. I was like, oh man, it's had it. So the brew day, the other brew, when it first went on the brew day, I had to bob over to the Robo Brew that I've never used before and use that. I did like it actually, it's just, diameter's not very big, but the false bottoms and that on it saved a load of... I like it because there's only a grain basket in the Clarkstein. Yeah, I saw somebody, was it Lance, doing a false bottom, or somebody doing a false bottom. I might get a false bottom made for it, or make a false bottom for it. Now it's working. So I went on the socials, had a chat to people, and everyone's going, you shouldn't really be using them, they're rubbish. You definitely shouldn't be plugging it into a cable. I mean, the cable wasn't long enough to plug it into the socket directly, so I've always had it. And I've been doing this since, I don't know, 4 years? And I've never had a problem. I've been doing the same thing 4 years. And then suddenly, somebody said that the wire might have degraded, and they offered to help me, but they don't live around here. And I was like, and then somebody else said, chop plug off, get a heavy duty plug and a waterproof connector. Let me show you. So I put waterproof connector on it, right? And I've got a heavy duty plug on it. So yesterday I gave it a dry run. I put some water. I didn't fill it to the normal literage because I thought that's a waste of electricity, but I needed to give it a go. And then I brought it up to mash temperature, then mashed for an hour, and then I boiled for half an hour, and the plug didn't even get warm. I was like, yeah, I know, and I was like, that's good. Okay, good start, because actually before it wasn't even getting the temperature water to mash temperature before it melted. And I thought, okay, this is good news, but I was still a bit of trepidation this morning with full volume and full brew. And I've got to be honest, I was expecting worst. I was, but beautiful. Didn't miss a beat. And then, obviously, in between each mash, I turned it off. I pulled it out of the plug, made sure the socket, because it was the top socket, not the two bottom ones, that was getting hot. It wasn't even warm. The plug wasn't warm. Absolutely no problems at all. So that is fantastic, because I thought I was going to be struggling to sort that out. I thought it might be, yeah. If that didn't work, I don't know what I was going to do, because under there's a load of screws and there's a load of stuff under there, and I'm not electrically minded, and anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. If I start taking screws out the bottom of there and messing about with it, anything can happen, which it's a bit unfortunate really, because all you brewers and that that I watch on YouTube and commercial, you're all sort of technically minded, aren't you? You're all good. You're all good with wood. I'm good with wood. You know, you're all good with wood, and you're good with electrics, and you're good with plumbing. You know, I'm just not very good at electrics. I never have been. I've never learnt it. I don't trust myself. I am colourblind, but only red and green. But that's enough, I guess. Yeah, it's just not my bag. It's not my thing. I can't do it. But that is great news. So it lives another day. But if the element goes on that, I don't think I'll be able to swap it, because I'd have to take it apart, see what I came across, and then if I could do it, I could do it. If I can't put it back together, I haven't lost out of it. It is what it is. But I don't know how long them elements last. I watched Griffo change one in a Grainfather once, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I worry about taking stuff apart and not getting back together like that. Anyway, she's tucked up nice and tidy and lovely at 19 degrees C. I mean, we was about, sun was out today. It's, you know, like, it's the 6th of December. The sun was out, it's lovely, but it was still about 7 degrees. And, yeah. So, but the bonus is, it cools down quick, doesn't it? Cools down lovely. Oh, and it didn't take long to boil. It caught me off guard, to be fair. I don't know whether it's because I was busy. Anyway, waffle on. That's why we haven't got any brew footage. So I'll be back to you, hopefully, in 2025 with a beer in my hand if all goes well. If it doesn't, you'll never see this. Cheers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we've done it again. We have a beer in the glass, and it looks like a mighty, mighty, mighty fine pint. This is not my first taste of this, and I'm going to tell you why, and there's a reason for it. It's not because I've been lazy and not doing a video on it, not that I haven't had time. There's a reason why I've hung off a little while to do the tasting video on this, because I had to do a bit of research, let's say. So the beer in the glass, we haven't cleared, and I don't think at this point it's going to clear. It's about 2 months old to the day, but that's fine. It's a beautiful colour. It's got a lovely fluffy white head. And in there, as you might just see through that haze, is some lovely carbonation. Now, I don't know whether this is the Crossmaloof Kiwi PIA yeast, because I don't think I've used it before. I might use it once, but I can't remember whether it cleared or not. But as you know, I don't mind whether it's a clear beer or not a clear beer, as long as it's not what I call muddy. And that still looks nice and bright and not muddy. Win-win. It's got a lovely fluffy head on it. Lovely fluffy head, look. It's got peaks. Go skiing off those. Okay, so the ABV. So the OG, the original gravity, was 1.049. Final gravity was 1.010, bringing it in at a 5.1% of the ABV libation. Keep doing that. I like the look of this. I love the look of the head. So, on the nose, I'm getting some orangey tangerine coconut. Now, this is the reason that I've been a while doing this. And let me just have a taste of it and I'll tell you. Let's get in. Oh, delicious. Now, no bittering in this. Late additions. I carried on with the recipe. 50 grams of Sabro at 80 degrees C for half an hour. Hop steep at the end of the boil. And 100 grams of Sabro for 4 days at 13 degrees C. Dry hop. Now, I'm getting a lot of milky coconut on the nose. No bitterness. Wasn't expecting it. I'm getting citrus and really, specifically tangerine, slight bit of pithy, maybe a bit of lemon, but predominantly I'm getting coconut. Now, these hops, I have seen some people get coconut, some people don't. I'm getting a lot of coconut off this. And I thought to myself when I tried it, I thought, is this because I think I should be getting coconut off this? Is it all in my mind? So before I did this video, I've left it a while. It's been in the keg a while. We've had a few of them and I've had some people try it. And I haven't influenced them. I've gone, try this beer. So they've got some beer, tried it. And I'm like, what are you getting off that beer? Some people have said, I'm getting beer. Some people have said, I'm getting orange. And some people have said, it's a bit hoppy. It is quite hoppy. But not one person that's tried it. Now, we haven't had a triangle test. We haven't had coloured cups. We've just gone, try that, what do you get off it? And there's probably only been 5 or 6 people try it. It's not been a big amount of people. But not one of those people have said to me, I'm getting coconut off that. What does that say? Because I definitely am. And I've had a few of these and I still get the same coconut off it. It's definitely coconut. I've tried, like I say, in the background we've still got some tangerine. I'm definitely getting a bit of lemon. I'm getting some citrus orange zest. But I'm definitely getting coconut, and I'm also getting some creaminess, and I normally get creaminess off coconut, but like an ice cream, not the vanilla. I'm just like getting an ice creaminess off it as well, and I think coconut does that for me. That head sticks around lovely, and this is a smash. You know, there's been no adjuncts in this that I normally add to try and keep head retention, make it nice and fluffy and lovely, keep it sticking around and give it some lacing to make it look like a lovely professional pint, because I'm not professional. That's a single malt, and it's a single hop beer, and look at it. I actually saw a comment the other week on a social media post, and I wouldn't say it upset me, but it concerned me a bit. I think there was somebody posting something about something about a smash beer. What's the point in doing a smash beer? It's loads and loads of people. This always happens, doesn't it? Or quite regularly. You get loads of lovely comments. Yeah, it's about trying a new hop. We know this. I know this because this is why I do it. Trying a new hop, getting the best out of that hop, just isolating that hop, see what it's like, thinking what you compare it with, just getting to know that hop, and that's why I do this. But somebody put in the comments, laziness. People brew smash beers because they're lazy. Why? Who sits there and decides to comment that? Because that is just silly, isn't it? It's incorrect, it's infactual, it's just a silly thing to put. I'm sorry. I don't normally do this. We try to keep it light-hearted. But I just hate when people are so negative and silly and just put silly comments that just don't make any sense. We brew a smash beer to get to know a hop. Nothing to do with laziness. It takes me 2 seconds to weigh out some adjunct grains and different hops. It's the same time in a brew day. Do you know what I mean? Just laziness. It's laziness. It's not. I'm sorry. It's to get to know a hop. Rant over. Oh, it does my head in. So yes, it was really interesting to see that I'm getting quite a lot of really ice creamy, milky, smoothness, richness, and coconut. And it sort of blows my mind that you can get coconut from a hop, of this much coconut from a hop. And I don't know whether it's, like I say, I was concerned that it was because I'd seen that coconut comes from this hop, and I sort of got it in my head, and that's why I wanted to try it, see whether you did get coconut off the hop, and I'm getting coconut off the hop. And do you really get coconut off the hop, or because I know there was coconut maybe coming off that hop, I really want coconut off this hop because it gives me a way of getting coconut in instead of using desiccated coconut, and it's another amazing, exciting hop that brings something to a different hop. When you put them together, you get a bit of coconut and something else from a different hop, and then it's another idea for a beer. But you know what I mean, don't you? And I am definitely getting a load of coconut off this. But the other people that tried it got nothing. Not even a hint. Even when I told them that I was getting coconut off this off this beer. And it's not just a bit. It's not a hint in the background there for me. I can taste coconut. It's quite prominent. It's not... I can still taste the other elements into it. The ice creaminess and the tangerine and the piffiness and the lemon and the orange. I can still taste that, but predominantly it's coconut, and I can smell it. And I don't know, you guys that have been following this for a while, my smell, my olfactory is not always great on beers. I don't rely on that. I rely on my taste, and that sometimes isn't even great either. But you know what I mean. But yeah. But no, even when I told them what they're looking for, not a single one even said a hint, not even a soupçon of coconut. I was like, try it again. We let it warm up, we let it warm up. We left it a while. I was like, go on, search for that coconut, it's in there. There's some coconut in there, there is. And it was like, have you put some coconut in it? I went, no, it's from the hop. And I'm like, just, go on, just search. Have a search. I'm getting it. And not a single one, not a single person has said they've got coconut from it. So, take from that what you want, I'm not sure. That creaminess, that milkiness, for me, gives it sort of a light to medium mouthfeel. It's beautiful. It's really nice. We are that far down, look, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that head still. From a smash. Like I said before, we put things in beer to keep a head lovely and yummy, don't we? And keep it head retention, make it nice. Look at it. Again, haziness, don't mind. Don't know whether it's that yeast. Not sure. Anything else? I might be getting a background of grapefruit, but I think that just comes for me in the whole citrusy area. Sometimes takes a bit of distinguishing. There is carbonation. There's a lovely level of carbonation in there. Just gets a bit hard to see, look, doesn't it? I don't know whether... Sometimes when I edit the video, I can see it a bit better than I can on this. But it's... That head, I think, is probably about as big as it was when we pulled the beer. Look at that. I mean, I love this. It is a great, great looking beer. Commercial beers that are hazy, you've got to be careful who you serve them to on a bar, I guess. But, you know, for me, if I was to serve that on a bar, the looks of it, I'd be like, that's lovely and impressive. I love the taste of it, but I think it might be a bit niche. Not sure just Sabro will be a commercial, but that's not what we're talking about, is it? We're talking about trying a hop and seeing what we get from it. And this is what, like I said, that's why I like to do a smash now and again. And I wanted to do it this hop because, like I say, it's a bit different. The coconut, I wanted to see whether I got it or not, and I still don't know whether. Excuse me. It's there. Like I say, I've given it time. I've been trying it, I've been trying to analyse it and go through it. I've had it at different temperatures. I've had it after a beer. I've had it as the first beer. Because that changes things, doesn't it, if you've had a beer. I've had it before I've had something to eat. I've had it after I've had something to eat. And I'm getting the same thing every time, and I'm definitely getting coconut. But like I say, I don't know whether I might just be in the minority there. Comment below if you've had Sabro and whether you get coconut from it or not, because I was sort of presuming everybody would get a bit of coconut from it. But like I say, the people who's tried it, not a single one has agreed with me. Not one person. It's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. We are head retention to the bottom of that glass. I'm definitely going to be experimenting with mixing Sabro with other hops. I might have to look into it. If you've used Sabro with another hops, give us a comment below and tell me what you used it with. Because I've got some left. I didn't go the whole 225, did I? So I've got some left to use with something else. And I'll probably do it in my made up pale ale or my made up IPA with some other hops that hopefully you're going to tell me what they pair with. I can look them up, but where's the fun in that? If you've used them and you've paired with them with things and it's good, that's the experience, isn't it? I can look on the internet and it'll go, put these hops with these hops. But if you've actually done it and you've tasted it and you've gone, that's good, it's no better than that then, is it? Experience is the way forward. I think I may have taken up more than enough of your time. I appreciate you watching, commenting, subscribing, leaving comments, subscribing, thumbs up in, just watching. Thank you again. Cheers.
Like, subscribe and hit the bell.